Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Battlerite casting or post-analysis or post-commentary, whatever you feel like calling it. With me, your pal Burgundy, your only pal that's left. The rest of the pals you had got a little sick of your shit. But I'll always be here, and so will my wonderful, wonderful videos. I don't know what I'm doing with my intros anymore, but today we're gonna play some Ruh'Kaan. Well, we're gonna watch me play some Ruh'Kaan with my good friend Räksmugglan, which means shrimp smuggler in Swedish. Going for the silence here on the first Battlerite, which is pretty standard on Ruh'Kaan. It should be mentioned that my friend is trying out Umang for I think the first time in this match here, or second time perhaps. So if he doesn't play perfectly, don't focus too much on that and don't judge him too harshly. He's just trying to figure him out. Being fairly new to the game, he's picking it up very quickly, which I pretty much expected. But that's enough of that. Let's get into the match here. Initial poke going down in the early stages of the game. Bako finally decides to go aggressive, doesn't really play out as he had hoped. I managed to avoid the deflect on his shield there, which is very, very nice, and we end up on top of that trade. However, they managed to secure the center orb, which is not ideal for us. That was me bumping the mic, I'm very sorry. Esmo avoiding my poke and going aggressive on my Umang teammate. I suck up the stun or the root from Esmo, which is not ideal. Bako managed to deflect any damage coming towards him in that little exchange. A second orb fight goes down, and I believe they get this one too. Yes, they very much do, which is a shame. Nobody gets sucked into the Esmo ultimate, which is wonderful. Blocking some of Bako's initial damage here, or incoming damage. The initial damage was a long time ago. Soaking up pretty much all the damage in the universe from this here Esmo. Managed to finish off Bako with a point-blank hook right into his face, or a point-blank E if you will. The scary shadow hand of death that sucks you away. Managed to block the damage coming in from him from afar. He manages to block mine in return. And we're pretty much just putting on the chase here to end the round. Because there's not much hope for this Esmo to turn things around, even though there's a very real possibility, seeing as he's a very slippery and damage-heavy character. But he goes down, and the first round is in our pockets. Okay, coming into the second round, I'm gonna go for the center Battlerite. That allows me to heal 8 health from utilizing my empowered or charged auto attack, if you will, which comes up about every 8 seconds if I'm not mistaken. I very much could be, and it's not really that vital. Okay, round 2. So, starting off pretty much the same as before, but Bako used his shield prematurely, which allows us to lay down some decent poke, but we missed that opportunity and pretty much miss everything there is to miss. Umang takes a lot of damage from the back or from behind. I try to give some in return, but it doesn't really amount to much. We fail to secure the center orb once again, which is not an ideal situation to be in. I managed to scrap it out with Bako here for some decent harass, but not anything to brag about. Avoiding damage back and forth between me and Esmo, going in aggressively on the little guy. He manages to block my hook, which makes the trade a little bit uninteresting, or underwhelming if you will. We managed to secure a center orb finally, and this does put us in a pretty favorable situation. Umang getting sucked in though, taking a lot of damage, but Bako is currently very low, and I managed to get the silence off on him and a little bit more damage. He doesn't manage to return a whole lot onto me, which is very nice. Interrupting the shot there from the Esmo using my hook. I believe I did. Maybe he can fire it anyways. I'm not sure. I didn't really see what went down there. Trying to secure this orb once again, but the Esmo does does counterplay this very well by dragging me away from it and securing it for himself, though they are very low, and Bako does go down here to a simple auto attack or E-auto attack combo, and it's all up to Esmo. He could still very much pull this around. This is Battlerite after all, and anything can happen with the right amount of skill, luck, and just sheer panic. Playing the safe game, going for some healing, trying to control the center using my R to mobilize to move into the center of the map and control it. Nothing really too impressive going down yet. I miss a lot of stuff, and Esmo is kiting me very efficiently. He goes for another bit of harass, but I do manage to avoid it with my R and take him down, seeing as he had no further escapes or CC to lock me down. And that is the second round in our pockets. Third round Battlerite here, going for the 1.2 seconds stun on my E, which is my hook. Not that hook, the one that grabs enemy players. Rooting them in place for 1.2 seconds in front of you, letting you land your empowered auto attack without fail, and following up with at least 2 to 3 auto attacks, healing you and dealing damage to them respectively, which is just very nice. And so we move on to round 3. That was a bit of a long wait there in the picking of the Battlerites. I was explaining some of the Umang mechanics to my friend. The third round starting off a little bit differently. Baco seems a little late, and I do manage to get some free harass onto Esmo as a result, but it's returning kind when I manage to land a point blank or a very obvious shot onto Baco's shield. But we managed to control the center stage here, getting a very easy early orb for ourselves, landing some harass here on Baco, and they're just taking a very defensive standpoint overall. Dragging him into me, but he counters it very well with his shield, stunning me in place, but not doing much with it after that. Retreating and still takes a lot of damage. Already very low, Baco can't really amount or perform much here. I drag the Esmo into me, though sadly missed my empowered auto attack there. Does it very well with his shield. I avoid some damage using my R, though I was probably hoping to use it to get closer to Esmo. I pretty much screwed it up. Securing another orb with my E, which is what you want to do with Ruh'Kaan in any given situation. Blocking absolutely nothing, he runs away from us, misses his harass, and I managed to pop my ultimate for probably the first or second time this entire match, which is interesting. Taking up the chase here, he does kite us very decently, but there's not much he can do to turn this around. And that is the match in our pocket, so that'll be it. A very quick little upload, a little cast commentating if you will, or whatever you want to call it. Amateur analyzing, maybe it's a better word for it, or casual analyzing. In any case, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and penis.